Hello, friends. Welcome to today's football predictions on Betcraft. Today is another very beautiful, Saturday morning, and once again we've come with our predictions on this very channel. And we know that so many games are going on across the globe, and we were able to select, a few of these many games, made our in-depth analysis on these games before bringing it forward for you. Okay, in a short while we'll be looking at these matches, but before then, we'll take a look at how we fared yesterday. In our predictions yesterday, we saw that yesterday was actually quite very successful. I told you, don't joke with that very game yesterday, and it was just absolutely a successful outing yesterday. Seeing that all the games that we predicted were actually on point. All right, so today, don't miss out on today's game. Looking at the games yesterday, we had in Wales the first ticket. We'll have Seru coming up against Afan Lido, and we expected them to play at least a minimum of 3 goals in that very encounter, and they ended up playing a 3-0 victory. And the second game was also in Wales. Where we have Lanelli Town coming up against Goita United, and at the end of the day, we saw them playing out a 7-1 victory, and we predicted actually home win on that very occasion also. And also in Wales, we had Bangor City coming up against Holywell, and we expected that over 2.5 in that very encounter, and that's exactly what happened. And the scoreline was actually 2-2. So that was that for the first ticket, and everything in that first ticket was actually played out the way we expected. So congratulations to those of us who played that very game. All right, the second ticket also was started with the very first game in Dutch second division, where we have the Graafschap who came up against the top horse, and in that very encounter we expected a home victory, and the home team ended up playing a 4-0 victory on that very occasion. All right, and the second game was actually in Switzerland. Stade Yonis coming up against Vaduz. We expected the away side either to win or draw another 4.5, and they ended up playing a 0-0 draw on that occasion. All right, Kapaz and Aras was actually the last game for the second ticket, which was in Azerbaijan, and we expected a away side winning or drawing on under 4.5, and they ended up playing a 2-0 victory from away, and that also won yesterday. So kudos to all of us who played that very game as well. Congratulations to all of you, and today again we go again. So, but before we head on, I want this opportunity to ask those of us who are coming across our video for the first time that are yet to subscribe. Kindly hit the subscription button right now so you won't be missing out on our games that comes up on this very channel on a daily basis. Okay. That being said, let's head on. Let's start to the business of today. And today we'll be starting with the first match. Then the first ticket, as usual, containing 3 matches, and it starts with that first ticket in first match in Spanish La Liga, where we have Celta Vigo coming up against Barcelona. And in this very game, we know that Barcelona, lost their last, their last league match against against Sociedad by 1-0 on that occasion, and they will be looking at to not slip up in this very one. So we expect to see Barcelona, without spending so much time, Barcelona to win out shortly in this very one. Away side to win. That's what we expect in this very game. Okay, and that takes us to the next, and the next is in German Bundesliga, where we have Stuttgart, who will be facing Bochum. Okay, and in this very game, we know that Stuttgart in recent time have been scoring lots of goals, and as well we had Bochum in the last 5 games for Bochum from away have actually produced over 2.5, as well as so many games, so many goals most of the matches, and in this one we really expect a minimum of 3 goals coming up in this very encounter, and over 2.5. That's all valid for that very game. All right, the next is in Italian Serie A, where we have Hellas Verona, who will be up against Inter Milano. All right, Hellas Verona in the last in the last 10 home games have actually managed to achieve 5 victories, and have lost 4 times and 1 draw. But away side, Inter Milan have won 4 games from away and 6 draws. All right, as a matter of fact, the last 4 games that they played saw them winning all 4 away games. That tells you Inter Milan is a very strong side. Italian champions are doing very well, and they'll be looking to close the gap between them and Napoli with this very encounter. So in this very game, we expect to see away side, winning comprehensively. So away win. That's what we expect in that very encounter. All right, that concludes the first ticket that we have for you today. All right, and we head to the second ticket for today, and the second ticket for today starts with the match in the French League One, where we have Saint Etienne who will be up against Montpellier. Okay, and taking a look at the records that we have, could see that for the home side, Saint Etienne, they've actually been able to achieve 7 victories in the last 10 home matches, losing 2 and also having 1 draw. But away side, on the other hand, Montpellier have not been able to record any win in the last 10 away games. They have actually had 2 draws, but they've lost 8 times out of the past 10 away games that they have so far. And in this very one, we definitely expect the home side to not lose, and it is the home side to either win or draw in this very one. So home win or draw, that's our party for that very encounter. Okay, that takes us to the next game in the second ticket. It is in the Dutch Eredivisie, where we have Feyenoord who will be facing Heerenveen. Okay, in this one, we know that Feyenoord is a very good side who have recently, seen a very good form. We saw them beating the likes of AZ by 3 goals to 2, as well as beating our 20 innocent times by 2 goals to 1. So we do expect the home side, Feyenoord, to rise to the occasion. Also, noting that head-to-head meetings for both sides in the past 4 meetings for both sides have always seen Feyenoord winning. So we do expect the Feyenoord to continue that winning streak against this Heerenveen side. So home win in that very game. That's what we expect. Okay, that takes us to the next, and the next is in Turkey, where we have Bodosmor who will be up against Galatasaray. And in this very encounter, we also know that Galatasaray in the last 6 matches that they had so far have resulted to 6 wins for Galatasaray. So they've been doing so well. They've been having sort of a perfect record in my opinion, and that I also expect them to continue in that very line, seeing that they're doing so well. And it is that we side Galatasaray to win out shortly on that very on this very encounter. So that's how we win. That's what we expect. Okay, that concludes our operations for you today on BetCraft. I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope you to get goals growing. Also, remember to play responsibly. These are football games. All right, do not be too greedy about it. All right, that being said, tomorrow is also another day, and we'll be coming up with operations on this very channel. Do not miss out. But until then, keep winning.